Hey fish people, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about an additive for your tanks that you can use to help kickstart your cycle. It is Fritz Zyme 7. First of all, what exactly is Fritz Zyme 7? It is a live nitrifying bacterial in a bottle, which helps with ammonia and nitrites in our tanks. This product has 7 different strains of live bacteria to help with your cycle in your tank and kickstart it and boost it if need be. So, what does it do or allow us to do? It adds beneficial bacteria directly into our tank, which is going to help reduce toxic levels of ammonia and nitrites, especially in newer tanks or tanks that you're trying to kickstart with fish already in it using established medias and things. So the nitrifying bacteria is what our tank naturally will build up to help keep those ammonia and nitrite levels down. This will just help keep it at bay more when you're setting up a tank or using established media. It's just like an extra layer of protection just to make sure nothing goes wrong. So now let me know what it does. When should we use it? So it can be added when you're first starting a tank to help establish the cycle a little faster. If you're doing it this way, fresh tank, no used media, no used gravel, no used anything, it's just a brand new tank. You're going to need to still add a food source for this bacteria, so some type of ammonia source is going to be needed. You can do this one of two ways. One way is using fish food, just throwing fish food in your tank. That's going to break down naturally, give you that ammonia source for this bacteria to feed on. The second way is to use some type of a direct ammonia source. You can use pure ammonia, or you can use a product that Fritz makes called fishless fuel, which is just ammonia in a bottle. Either way, it gives you some source of ammonia in your tank to help this bacteria in the bottle live. Otherwise, it's just going to die off. It'll be like adding something to your tank. No food in there, the bacteria just die off. Option 2 of when you can use this is if you've got an established tank and anytime you do a massive water change, or you need to clean your decor filter extremely heavily for whatever reason, you can add this to that to just rejuvenate your cycle to make sure it doesn't crash on you. If you need to change your filter media for whatever reason or start over, this is a good thing you can add as well so that it's not a strain on the bacteria living on your gravel and decor. If you're using a medication that might kill off some of your beneficial bacteria, good time to add this as well because it's just going to give it more of a jump. It's going to add some more in there so you don't lose your cycle completely. Now, personally, I use it when I'm setting up a new tank, but I'm also using existing media. So I'm adding this product to help the existing media's bacteria not be overwhelmed. I'll also use it when I'm adding new fish to a tank. That way I don't stress out the current bacteria in my tank with an increased bioload. This is just going to help keep the water from getting all murky. Now, if you do notice your water gets murky, perfect time to add some of this. You throw it in, it's going to add more beneficial bacteria that's going to help not crash your cycle, and it's not going to take so long for it to catch up and clear up the water for you. Now, when I'm adding this to an established filter medium in a new tank, I'll usually dose it for about a month. Once a week, twice a week, just to make sure the cycle's nice and good before I stop using it. And also when I get those bacterial blooms from adding a bunch of new fish. If you add 20 new fish to your tank, you need to add something to jumpstart it, or your tank is going to naturally build up more bacteria to handle the new load. For dosing-wise, the instructions say 4 ounces per 10 gallons when starting a new tank. And for an already established tank, it's 2 ounces per 10 gallons. Personally, when I use this, I just double it. I double both of those. So if it's a new tank I'm setting up, I do 8 ounces per 10 gallons just to help it. And I don't actually do the lower amount. I just do 8 ounces per 10 just to be overly protective of my fish, just to ensure there's no ammonia increase that's going to kill them off through the toxic levels. So if you're in the market for some of this right here, this Fritz 7 Zyme, a perfect place to get it is right here, KTropicalsFishkeeping.com website. There'll be a link in the description, a link in the pinned comments, and I'll put a card. Easy access, whichever way you go to do it. Now, I have never personally used this for setting up a new tank from scratch, so I cannot attest to its effectiveness of just brand new tank with new water and it working. I've only ever used this using established filter media and established decor and gravel of some type. So it works perfectly for that. I've never had any issues. I've never had big bacterial blooms when I set up a tank. I threw 15 African cichlids in a tank. Didn't have any issue when I was using this product along with established media. So my honest review rating for this, just based off of the use I've done for it, going to give it a 7.5 because it does help when you're using established media or you have an established tank and you increase the bioload of fish. It will definitely help keep your water clear. So, as always, thank you all so much for watching and the continued support. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've used Fritz Zyme or other type of products like this. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.